You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Tap In. We are OneOOne. I'm your host, Andy Danchuk. I'm here with my co-hosts and business partners, the Golden Boy, Sean Fry, and Jack Blames, Mr. James Black. What is going on, guys?
Yo, what's up? How we doing?
All right, it is your responsibility to tap into information that's going to benefit you in your life. This podcast will hopefully expand your thinking so that you can finally take control. I don't know why I thought there was more. I was trying to make a new intro, but all right, guys, what's going on today? How we feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. How you feeling?
I feel good. I'm on the verge of success, or I'm on the verge of suicide. So
that's all I got for that one.
Yeah, that's a rough statement, but we're chucking along. It's forward motion, but this is what it takes, I guess, right?
That's it. This is what it takes. It's always forward motion.
Yeah. And there's a lot of struggles along the way, and it's very, very mentally tasking. And we're here with you, and we're here for you to show you that this shit is not fucking easy.
Yeah, no.
By any means, it is not easy. And I think it is very obvious to see why so few people truly do what they say they're going to do.
Right. Because
that shit is fucking hard.
It's hard, and it's a battle. It's an uphill battle, but it's a battle nonetheless. And you just have to be honest with yourself, you know, and what you can improve still as you go on. The things that came about that you didn't think would, even though you made some changes, and it's always gonna be a battle. I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know. We're just kind of. We have really good days. We had a really good day the other day. We haven't talked to you guys in a little while. I had that short.
It's been 2 weeks, right?
I had that
3 weeks.
I did that short little one for everybody. Hopefully that one was cool.
Well, let's talk about that statement. Why are you feeling like that? What does that mean right now?
What the fuck doesn't that mean, bro? It means I'm fucking stressed the fuck out. It means fucking this shit is fucking hard. It's.
What's this shit?
Shit, cultivating habits, being a disciplined, honest person, changing fucking neural pathways that have been programmed into my brain for 25 years that I've been so accustomed to using, and that have where what I thought was benefit me, but we got fucking Oat in the background, fucking chewing toys and making noise.
Yo, like,
hey.
But really, we gotta talk about more about what this stuff means, because when we talk about it, we understand it in a whole different realm than what other people understand it, because we're always talking about this. Is always our discussion. So when you're saying like neural pathways and stuff, let's talk about it in a way that more people can understand. Like, what are you really talking about when you're talking about neural pathways that you've built for 25 years?
There's pathways in your brain that when you do something repetitively, they become habitual.
So a habit is what we're talking about. Bad habits, good habits.
Anything that is comfortable for you. Anything that you do normally, naturally, that's easy for you to do and not think. So like, you could fucking go back to the tying shoe example. Fucking when you're first learning how to fucking tie your shoes, you don't know that shit. You don't know fucking how to do it, why you're doing any of that. And then eventually you learn how, why, what, all the shit you need to know about tying your shoes. And it's just second nature. It becomes second nature, yeah. Yeah. It's a pathway that's been burned into your brain that's a custom and something that you're used to. And the craziest thing, I think, realizing about how understanding the way your brain, your body works and habits are formed can benefit you. It's like, it's freeing when you understand that, because little do you know, you're in control over what you program your brain to work like, how you program yourself to function, and it's based off of what you feed it, what you make it used to doing. So relate it to riding dirt bikes. If you don't ride fucking dirt bikes, you're not going to know anything about riding dirt bikes. You're not going to understand how to ride dirt bikes. You're not going to understand any of the practices or techniques that people use that make them faster on a dirt bike. None of that shit. You're not going to dig deeper. So it's the same thing. Anything that you're interested in pursuing, anything that you're interested in doing, you just start doing it day by day by day, and then you're going to start to pick up good habits. You're going to start to notice the bad habits. And then it's up to you to consciously decide day by day how to continue to better yourself for that habit. So the sense of business, what have we been doing? Prior to this experience, we've never, all three of us, we've been around business because everybody always is, but we've never functioned in the business world, and we've never actually done things that people do to run a successful business. So right now, what are we battling with? We're battling with figuring out how to run a successful business. What patterns, what techniques, what traits are going to benefit us by learning and cultivating so that we can run a successful business, because some people do it and some don't. It's just a matter of doing it in the way you need to do it to become successful for yourself and your endeavors. And that's going to be different person to person. And that's like one of the hardest things to understand too, because you could try to mirror, you could try to mock somebody, but the way they do it may not benefit the way it's going to benefit you. So,
and I think that's important too, because it doesn't matter, what it is you're doing or the way you're doing it. But I do think that the journey along the way is very similar. The similarities in which you deal with, like, I think one main thing for me was understanding that no one's really my friend except for my family.
Fuck, not even your family, though.
I mean, which it can be.
Dude, half that time, my family's the reason that I'm fucking held back the most, because they're looking out for me the most. They care about me the most. So they're the ones that limit me the most.
Right.
When you tell your dad or your mom or your sister or your brother like a far-fetched fucking dream, they're like, well, James, like, we would love for you to pursue that dream, but at the same time, bro, be a little realistic. We want you to be okay. So go get a real job. Go get a fucking 9-to-5 that you're going to be fucking secure at. But then you explain to your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister, I'm just as fucking not secure by putting my life into somebody else's hands than I would be by taking it into your own hands, learning what you need to learn, and no one can take that shit away from you. A job can be taken away from you. Literally, your boss could come to you tomorrow, James, we don't need you anymore. Dude, you're gone. But if you learn and cultivate these skills to run a successful business, no matter where you are in life, you know what you are capable of doing, and you'll be able to run a successful business.
I was going more along the lines of the fact that there's very few people who are going to support you of everyone that you do know, and that you're going to start to lose a lot of people in the process because they're not going to believe in what you believe. They're not going to see what you're seeing. They're not going to understand the changes that you're making to better yourself, to get, to where you want to be, and the things that you want to do and the things that you want to have, maybe not even just for yourself, but to help others as well.
Yeah, they're not, and you can't expect them to agree with it because they don't think like you. They're not you. And that's the hardest thing to understand.
Right, but that's the struggle. You're losing everything and changing pretty much everything that you have been doing for the past 25 years, and now you're just telling it no and trying to deal with that while at the same time losing people that you once believed in and thought, that wasn't going to go anywhere.
Like the new person they're becoming.
Right, because they don't like the new person they're becoming, or they don't agree with what you're doing, and it's like,
well, motherfucker, I'm not happy with the person I was.
Right, so. But that's hard though.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's hard. That's a struggle to have people in your corner and then have no one and still tell yourself, I'm doing the right thing. Like,
It feels
you know what
wrong.
I mean? It feels wrong. It's a struggle. It's something that you have to put in, use the techniques that we're going over to help you get through that shit. Because, I mean, everybody says your biggest support, is your group. Everyone's, supporting you. You support yourself. You have people in your corner. And on those days when you're struggling to support yourself and there's no one there for you to lean on, that shit's even harder.
But those are the days that are the best days because those are the days that fucking make you.
Right, but that's the struggle day. That's the struggle day.
That's your test day. Those are the days God's watching you closely, and is this motherfucker really about this shit? Is he really gonna do what he says he's gonna do, or is he gonna fucking go back to old shitty fucking comfortable habits because he's fucking scared and he's alone and he doesn't have anybody to help him? But deep down, those days, they're the worst days because you're constantly battling those thoughts. Like, bro, I know exactly what I have to do right now, but I don't want to because I'd rather be depressed and alone feeling because I feel like I have nobody today. Or you could sack the fuck up and say, I need to do the shit I know is going to better me for tomorrow so that my life is easier in the future. Or I could fucking fall into those old habits and fucking normal ways and fucking do something that's comfortable to me. But in the end, the next morning, I'm going to feel like shit about versus if I fucking sucked it up now, did what I had to do, in the next morning you wake up, you're going to feel amazing. Yo, I did it.
Yeah.
I know I can do it because I did it when nobody was there for me.
When you go through that stuff, it sucks as you're going through it, and that's when you got to kind of change your mindset and realize, like, what the end result is. I know we talked about that before, and that's the biggest thing. Like, you're going to feel so uncomfortable in that moment that you need to look at the reason why you're doing it, because that's going to give you the drive behind why you're doing it. And then after the fact, like you said, you're going to feel fucking amazing. But if you don't go after what your true desires are, like, when you're doing something, it's not right for you because it doesn't feel right. So even though it would be easier to say, like, just be lazy and not do it that day because you're alone and you're depressed and whatever, you're just going to keep feeling worse and worse and worse because you're not going after what you truly want on the inside. And whether you subconsciously whether you think about it in that way or not, like, whether you realize or not, subconsciously, you know what you want. Yeah. So every time you're feeling like shit, you're going against what you really, really want. And the thing is like, people don't realize no one's really going to, like, you will get to that point where you have support, you have people that believe in you. But in the early stages, exactly where we are, you're not going to have that. People that are just starting out, you're not going to have that. Like, people are going to doubt you. People are going to fucking make you question yourself every step of the way. And that's when you got to be strong and be like, fuck that. Yeah. I know what I want. I'm going to go after and get it. I don't know if I'm doing it right or not. All I know is I'm taking the steps forward. I might lose fucking 1,000 times. I might be doing this for 10 years and be living a shit-ass life. And it's gonna suck,
but I'm gonna be there.
But I know what the fuck I want. I'm gonna do it. And we just literally had this talk the other day when we were in your truck and shit like that. And you literally brought up like how blessed we are to have each other because us three, we believe in each other and we support each other through this journey. We all want that, and it's amazing that we have that because at this stage we are now, not a lot of people have that. And I know we've all been there in ourselves, where we were all trying to chase stuff before we all came together, where we had that, where we didn't have the belief, or we didn't have like the support system and the people that believed us. And we heard all those things from like our family members saying like, yo, get a real job. Like I heard it a million times of bodybuilding, especially when they were pissed at me and I did something stupid and wrecked a truck because I was falling asleep driving because I was out training or whatever, food prepping so late. Like I've gotten that, like, you need to fucking grow up type shit. I'm like, you just don't understand. Like, a 9 to 5 is not for me. It's like
not a matter of growing up. It's not a matter like I am growing up by making these mistakes.
I'm fucking I fucked up. It sucks and it hurts to hear that from the people closest to you.
Oh, it fucking ruins you, dude.
And like
you got to deal with that on a daily basis.
But like you have to understand for yourself that even though they don't believe in you, so to speak, it's because it's out of love for those people, at least for like family members. A lot of the times,
that's the hardest thing to understand.
Yeah, because like they're shitting on your dreams, so to speak, but it's because they want what's best for you. They want you to be secure. They want you to be safe. They don't want you to struggle.
And all they know is the safe route.
And they made it. They know their lifestyle and they know how they made it. They got their job. whatever. They might be making good money at their job and stuff. They might be doing well, but that's not what you want.
Well, and they see a majority of people doing that, so they know that there's a high probability that you can be okay doing that.
The odds are in your favor in that route.
Exactly.
It's easy to go get a job.
Exactly.
It's easy to stay in a fucking singular job and move up and make a comfortable living. That's cool, but like...
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing at all. If that's what you want, then do it, because that's what's going to make you happy. But when you're someone
what's going to make you happy.
Yeah, when you're someone that's like us, that knows they want more, you will never be happy. You will always be battling these thoughts, the what if thoughts, the thoughts of like how much. It's not even a thought; it's a feeling that you want more, that you are not satisfied where you are.
You if you're that person.
Yeah, you did this life. You know, just by the way, like I said, you know by the way you feel.
Just by the way you think, the way you feel. Yeah.
If you do not feel good, something in your life is not right, and you need to kind of dig down deep and figure out what that is, and then you need to start going towards what makes you feel good every single day.
Yeah.
And for us, like I said, it's about creating something. It's about being more than just a 9-to-5 and just having a good family. Like, we strive to help people. That's why we have this podcast. We want people to understand, like, they're not alone. We strive to be successful in certain aspects of our lives. We want to do more. We want to be able to give back. So for us, that's fucking what we want. And we know that because everything we've done our entire lives, for 25 years for you, for 23 for me. How old are you again? 28, right?
28, yeah.
Yeah, so 28 years for you. I know, I fucked up. But for those many years, we've known that, and that us keep trying has led us to here. Bro, I don't know how many times I've gotten in other groups of people that said they wanted the same thing, and it has never panned out. And every time I was with them, it did not feel right because I was the one putting in all the work.
Yeah. And
it just wasn't reciprocated around the board.
That's the word we live in now. We live in a world of fucking talk. We don't live in a world of fucking action.
Because it's what's popular on social media. You see this shit. You see like people being successful, and yeah, you want it, but if that's not your true desire.
The wrong things. Yeah. Like they're not even like they're watching people that made their money off of telling people how to make money.
Yeah. And
they never done anything. They never built anything.
You're looking at something and you're thinking, yo, that's cool as shit. That'd be awesome in other life. But that's not truly what you want. You're seeing it and you think that's awesome, so you think that's what you want. But like I said, again, if it's not something you truly want.
That's the whole self-evaluation. Like, you really got to fucking take yourself away from the scene for a little while. Take yourself away from people for a little while.
Yeah.
And figure out who, like, whatever stage you are in life. Maybe you're 21 years old right now. Maybe you're fucking 35 years old right now. But you got to give yourself that, like, 6-month period of time to just distance yourself from everything and everyone. Find a way to find that space to learn who it is that you have become, and if that person is who you want to be. And dude, that's the hardest fucking thing to do. That's the hardest thing it's been to me, because like I look back and I'm like, fuck, why did I waste 2 years of my life doing this? Fuck, why did I go down this road? Why did I hang out with this group of people? Why did I date this girl that was like this, like that? Because that was just me trying to figure shit out before I started studying these techniques and realizing like how powerful it is. Obviously that whole like trial and error period, that's absolutely necessary for all research and development.
That shows you
R&D,
that gives you exactly what you don't want, so you know what you want. Like I've talked about this before to other people, and it's taken me until probably this last year pretty much, to realize like the shit that I've gone through, the shit that I've wasted time, so to speak, was never a waste of time. Because those show me exactly what I don't want. So now when I look back, I have to evaluate any situation I'm going in and be like, yo, this is what led to this route last time, and that fucking is not what I want at all. So I need to either have a different approach, or this action and this situation, relationship, whatever it is, does not serve me and does not serve what I want in my life, so I'm not going to go down in that route.
But so everything what people don't realize is, okay, maybe like this is, I see it all the time. People get out of a relationship and within a month or two, they're back in a relationship. Now, what did you possibly learn jumping right back into a relationship? All you're going to do is you're going to go back to habits that made you fucking comfortable in your last relationship that obviously didn't serve you, because look where the relationship ended. You're going to go through those same cycles. So you see these fucking girls, you see these fucking guys going from relationship to relationship, and it never fucking pans out. It never fucking works. Why? Because every single time they get out of a relationship, they're focused on exactly what they didn't get from that relationship. So then the law of attraction brings them what they're focused on, which is exactly what they don't want, but they don't fucking know that because it's a new person and they're just so fucking blinded by the love drug and the fact that it's a new person, that they completely forget everything that they've learned. And
or another thing, dude, you might just keep fucking repeating the cycle with the same person. Like, you might just keep going back, and you know, the biggest thing that is because it's fucking comfort. You know that person. You've already dealt with the beginning stage. You've already learned that person. So, yeah, you guys, like, get that break, and now you've got a break from all the negativity that you've had, all the situations that you do not like, and you start thinking about the good shit, which, yeah, that's good and all, but, like, you got to be able to look back and be like, no, this is not for me. Like, I know exactly what... It's not something really that...
it's panned... I've gotten
we've
back
tried
together,
this many times.
And it's panned out this way and many times.
The biggest reason for that, because I've been there myself, I'm sure all three of us have, where it's comfort, and that's what's comfortable to us, and we're just scared to get uncomfortable. Dude,
comfort's a drug, bro.
I've been in... Like, when I was younger, dude, I went for a while where I was in a relationship, like, long relationship after relationship. And when I finally had to be alone, it was fucking hard, dude. I was not used to that. I was not used to battling every single thought I had on my own. I was used to having someone always there. And, like, dude, that was fucking scary. I didn't understand what was going on for the longest time. And I was just, like, literally trying to, like, get in any relationship I could. And every single time it was just a shit show because I wasn't ready. I wanted that comfort. I was getting in relationships I was not ready for. And it just never panned out because I was too scared to find myself and go through
tell
it.
Yourself the damn truth.
Go through it, figure out what I learned from all these experiences and what I truly want, because I was just too scared to be uncomfortable like that. And now I finally figured that out and shit like that, and I've worked on that a lot. So now, like, dude, I love being by myself now, and that's just people.
It's freeing, yeah.
It is. It's nice not to have to fucking need somebody to.
I used to be scared to be by myself. I'm not gonna lie. There were times where I really just like had a fear of like that abandonment, that aloneness and shit like that. We all experience that because it's very enjoyable to be around people, to have company, especially good company, good energy and stuff like that. So it's fucking tough.
Well, that's where it's important, because being comfortable, I mean, it's not a bad thing to be comfortable, like, and enjoy the comfort, like, enjoy what you have now, enjoy, you know, don't take anything for granted, but push past just accepting what is and work for more, you know what I mean? And I don't know how to explain that. Like, am I grateful for what I have? Everything. Do I appreciate everything I have? Everything. But there's things that I want that I'm going to work as hard as I possibly can to get, because I know that's, you know, what I want. And I know I'm comfortable where I'm at, but being comfortable isn't going to get me to where I want to be, where I was going to say where I think I can be, but where I know I can be. And that's when it comes down to, how much do you really want it?
Yeah.
How much do you think you want it? Do you just kind of want it? Was a thought in your head that you tried to turn into an action, but you didn't want it? It's like, do you want it that bad? Like, how bad do you want to breathe? You got to breathe every, you know, in and out to breathe. You need air. You're gasping for air. You got to breathe to live. Like, do you want it that bad? Do you want it as bad as you breathe daily? Do you want it as bad? You know what I mean? Like, how bad do you really want it? Are you going to drown? Are you going to get that air? Are you going to survive? Are you going to fight? Are you going to battle? Are you going to take it in your own hands? And are you going to decide? Are you going to make the determination? Are you going to make the factor that you're winning? You're doing it. You're taking control. You're on top. Your life is successful the way you want it to be, just as bad as you need the air to breathe daily.
Yeah.
Eric Thompson actually had that in one of his speeches. He like told a story about a mentor and a kid that he was mentoring asking for his help, saying like, the kid, I guess, came to him saying how bad he wanted to be successful at whatever field he was in. He's like, okay. It's like a whole song and shit like that. It's part of a song now. But he's like, all right, meet me at the beach at 4 a.m. And he's like, the beach? He's like, I want to be successful. I don't want to go to the beach, whatever. And he's like, no, just meet me there at 4 a.m. So when he gets there, the guy walks him out into the water and shit like that. And the kid getting mentored is like, what's going on? And then the guy, the mentor, whoever he was, took the kid and shoved his head underwater until like the kid pretty much passed out, and then he took him out of the water and I guess brought him back to life. Whatever happened, I don't know the full story. I just know it was in one of Eric Thompson's speech, and the dude literally said to him, he's like, how bad you want to breathe? And he's like, real bad. He's like, all right, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe right there, then you'll be successful. That's when.
And well, that's what we're battling with right now. That's
exactly.
I mean, we've been talking about it daily because, dude, I've been fucking like, this shit kicks the fuck out of you, dude. This shit takes so much energy from you. You only have so much energy to fucking use. So, like, I'm working my normal job. I'm fucking still trying to fucking get myself where I want to body-wise in the gym. And then I'm fucking busting my ass on all this shit, bro. Like, you only have so much fucking energy. And there are fucking times where, dude, I am fucking drained. And when I am fucking drained, my thoughts are impossible to, or they feel impossible to control because they just feel so heavy because I don't have the energy to stop a bad thought the way I normally would when I'm in a great, good mood and shit's just flowing effortlessly, easily, and all the good thoughts are flowing in and shit like that. Oh. And that's how it works. The second those bad thoughts come and I'm already like, my plate's full, I'm fucking tired, I'm fucking exhausted, it's very easy for me to make excuses right now, and then fucking I start focusing on all the things that, like, won't benefit me right now because they used to be a comfort. Like for me, one of the hardest things recently has been fucking weed. Stop smoking weed. Like, it just fucking, it's always on my mind because the second, like, it's 2 weeks strong of busting my ass, staying on top of it, and then after 2 weeks, I'm fucking drained. I'm dead. I get 2 bad nights of sleep or something because we stay up late working on the truck or doing something like that. And then, dude, like, I go into the next week fucking feeling like I'm already behind the ball and I'm already fucking drained of energy and I didn't get fucking refreshed or sleep, but I can't fucking stop. I can't fucking call out of work. I gotta go to fucking work. I gotta make money right now. And then what? I'm just gonna give up on my dream and not fucking work on the business, not fucking do what I know is gonna move me forward, not go to the gym. No, I'm gonna fucking get all that shit done. And I fucking battle with that shit. And those days I'm hella quiet, bro. I reserve, like, those days I know are for me, and people will see the difference in me. I just kind of, like, I shut down mentally towards everybody else because I'm like, I need all the energy I possibly can use and have for myself. I just don't talk to people. I don't talk at work. Well, I don't share experience. Like the shit I love doing, I can't do sometimes because I'm still trying to be the best that I can be.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm definitely the kid underwater who got dragged out of the water after I didn't come back up for air. Like, I don't know how many times that's happened so far, but every time I'm going to go back into the fucking water and give my fucking A+++ effort to come back up and breathe. Because that's what I want. I know what I want. You know what I mean? No one's saying that you're going to come up for air every time. It's going to happen.
Oh, you better fucking come up for air every time.
What I'm talking about with your fucking life shit, your goals, the shit you want to do, the daily shit when you don't fucking finish your task list. When you don't finish your task list and you fail, guess what? You didn't come up for air. You know what I mean? When you don't do something, you get having bad thoughts, guess what? You didn't come up for air. You don't want it as bad as you want to breathe. And that happens. That's literally a part of what we're trying to do. But we're going to come up for air. And when we fucking figure it out, bro, we're going to be unstoppable.
Well, we are figuring it out. It's just that constant evolution. We've seen it fucking be the greatest example to us just in nature, in the course of life, in everybody's life. You see the evolution that needed to happen per the person. Like, you're not supposed to be who you see yourself as becoming right now. The reason you see yourself as becoming that person, all that does is prove to you that there is work that you have to do to be that person. So if you are being held back by certain thoughts that try to tell you you're not that person, and because you're not that person, you're not capable of this. No, bro, you're not that person because you see that person in your mind because that's something that you need to work towards.
Yeah,
and
it's something
become.
You want. You don't have it.
Yeah,
it's not. It's not just a flick of the switch.
And
on
that's
going
to be always, bro. The second, like, all right, so the person you see, the person that I see myself as in my head right now, I am not. But what am I going to see in my mind when I do become that person that I see in my head right now? So in 5 years from now, let's say I am that person I see in my head. To the T, perfectly, fully. The vision I see for myself in 5 years, I'm that person in 5 years. what I'm gonna see mentally is gonna be somebody so
different.
much further ahead. I'm technically at the same spot that I am now. I'm gonna be. It's
same spot mentally. You want more, but you'll build habits to get you.
Same spot mentally, meaning that the person that I see in mind in 5 years from now is gonna be 5 years away from where I am at that time.
Mentally, you're in the same spot as you mentally want more than what you are in that.
You're always
the exact time. You'll always want more.
Yes, it's constant because that person's not who I am. It will never be. That person that's in your mind, you are always going to see 5 years
it's our favorite,
further ahead.
It's one of the quotes we always fucking say.
He saw it before everybody else.
No, not that one. What? The one about you see as far as you
go
can.
Go as far as you can see, and when you get there, you'll always be able to see further.
And the difference is like right now you're battling way different stuff than what you'll be battling in the next 5 years. So say you get to that perfect person that you're talking about, the perfect person that you see right now in 5 years, you're going to build a shit ton of habits that are amazing habits to be that person, because obviously that person you're striving for is a whole nother animal compared to who you are right now. So we're not saying that you're going to feel the same way when you're there. It's just the drive to be someone better will still be there. So you will be a completely different person. You'll feel completely better. But once you get there, you're going to be like, all right, I want to be this person now. And you're already going to build so many good habits to get there that it's not going to be the same battle. It's going to be a battle, but it's not going to...
I think it's always going to be the same battle. I'm always going to see... I'm always gonna have that fucking drive, that hunger to be
better. But like, think about the habits we're trying to break right now. Like, it's different because like, it's just like tying the shoelace. Right now, these habits, let's just correlate to being more of a positive person.
I know exactly what you're saying, but I'm saying that the thought process is exactly the same.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So but it's not.
The person, the scenarios, the habits are all gonna be different because you've become the person you see yourself becoming, but you're going to be able to see even and then you're going to be able to see
even more, honestly.
You're going to be able to see even further.
You're going to be like, fuck, I got here from there, now I want to get fucking
it's here. Still going to feel like the beginning.
Gap. Yeah, it's going to be way bigger gap.
It's always going to feel like the beginning. No matter how far I go, I still feel like I'm just getting started because it's never-ending evolution of desires. Dude, like we are going to die and not be who we want to be. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
that's
you'll always fucking want more. It's someone
you're supposed to.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if it was a book or a fucking tape we listened to or podcast, maybe Andy Frisella, I forget, dude. But they're talking about the feeling of like, I don't remember exactly, but pretty much the feeling of satisfactory that you've gotten to where you want. They're like, people chase this feeling and they're always chasing it, but they don't realize that you will never get it. And the way that they're looking at it in that aspect is such almost negative. Like, yeah, it's positive because you're striving forward, but you're looking at it in the wrong way where you're looking at like, I want to get here because then I'll be happy. But then you're never happy and you're always focused on not being happy because you're not getting to where you are, even though you're striving forward. What you need to do is to realize that you will never be satisfied because every time you fucking get up another stair, guess what? There's a stair in front of you and you want to fucking keep going. You want to get to the top, but there is no top. You're going to keep fucking going. Dude, Eminem said it in that one song, High or some shit. He's like, every time I think I've made it, all of a sudden, like, I forget the actual lyrics, but pretty much every time he gets to a certain point, he thinks that's like, oh shit, I'm here. This is where I want to be. And he's like, all of a sudden I see way more that I want to get.
And it sounds so fucking scary to think like that because it's like, what do you mean I'm never gonna make it?
But that's because they're looking at it in the wrong way.
What do you mean I'm never gonna get there? What do you mean I'm not gonna fucking be satisfied with being the person that I'm... If you feel like you feel right now and you're dissatisfied after X amount of years of your life, you've already come so far in your life and you're still not satisfied. So
it's not going to change.
It's the same thing.
It's not going to change. The only thing that's going to change is
But it's up to you to have that constant fucking drive and that habit to continue to grow better because that's where you're going to get good feelings from. That's where you're going to feel satisfied from.
The only thing that's going to change is your view of the things you're feeling. So you're going to change
the
your
things
thought.
you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, like, you're never going to be satisfied. That's never going to change. The only thing that you can change is the fact that you got to view it in a totally different aspect. And that kind of goes back to what James was talking about that I want to actually touch on, where it's, you got to be grateful for how far you've come, and you got to view it as like, yes, I've gotten here. I've made this many steps forward in my life. Like, yeah, you always want to be hungry, but don't ever take that for granted. I've done it many times in my life, whether it's racing, whether it's bodybuilding. I was never satisfied because I always want to be bigger and bigger and bigger, or I always want to be faster, win more races. That's great. But I never looked back and appreciated how far I've come. So it always got into my head that I will never be enough. And that feeling is fucked me a lot of times because it put me more of a depression, put me more in a doubt, a disbelief in myself. And when I was in those zones, dude, I didn't, getting back to exactly what we were talking about in the beginning of this, I didn't have any sort of support system. Now I have you two, where I fucking hit you guys up when I don't feel good, when there's fucking bad things in my head. And I ask you guys, like, yo, this is what I'm feeling, like, what can I do about it? So now I have you guys there. I know when I say I want to do something, you fuckers are going to be like, yeah, you're going to do it. And we're going to make sure you do it. We're going to hold you accountable. Back then when I was young, back then when I was young and shit, once those doubts and shit started coming in, especially when I was young for fucking racing, bro.
Back out.
Yo, yeah, it got so bad. Like, I battled it literally for years, for racing and bodybuilding. It took me a long time to fucking change paths. And racing is something I'm very passionate about. Like, I want to get back into it. I never would have if I knew how to control those thoughts back then. But that's the exact thing that James was talking about. I never looked back and said, wow, like, look how far I come, dude. I'm 15 racing against dudes that are 35, 40 years old. I've been doing this whole life, and I'm fucking beating them. But since I didn't win the points championship this year, I got second place. Like, I'm a fucking loser. And that's how my mind worked, dude. And I never appreciated how far I came. I never appreciated that.
Which you need both.
You need both. You need that drive. Like, yes, dude, I'm fucking angry I didn't win the points championship. It was in my fucking hands. I had that shit.
You need both.
Dude, I need to look back and be like, dude, I'm 15 years old. Imagine what I can do in 5 years. That's what I really need to look at. I'm here now. If I keep staying on this grind, imagine what I could do in 5 years. And that's kind of where the thought process has changed, where you need to be able to look back and be like, all right, I've come so far. This is amazing that I'm here. This is pretty much 5 years ago. This is where I wanted to be. I wasn't doing none of this shit. Now I'm here. Like, look what I did in those 5 years. I achieved what I wanted. That's what I'm saying.
If you were who you were 5 years ago, you would be insanely fucking proud of yourself, because that's who you saw in your mind.
Right. And I also want to make a point with that being that you have to be consistent. That what we've been doing this for about 4 months now, and we're sitting here telling you that there's times that we've struggled, and there's times that we're going to continue to struggle. But as long as we're persistent on the journey, we're persistent in what we're doing, that that shit will start to come more easily, instead of struggling so much to the fact that we're on top of it. We're thinking the right thoughts all the time. We're reading the things we have to be reading, and we're doing what we got to do. It's like you slack off for a couple days, your progress, you go backwards. If you're not growing, you're dying. So the point of the matter is that when you have a bad day and you want to slack off, do your best not to, because as long as you stay consistent, you'll be progressing forward, and that's that's the end goal of what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge right now, because all three of us, literally in this past 3 week span, we've all had crazy highs, and all of a sudden got hit in the face by a crazy low. And we've all had to figure out how to pull ourselves out. But the crazy part is like we're at that point now where we're like, wow, we're doing really good. We're really getting good at this. We're really getting good at changing our thought processes, but looking at things more.
We looked way too far ahead. And then fucking we're like, why aren't we here though?
Yeah, well, it hit us like that, but it was like kind of, to me at least, this is how I thought, is like, I got this far. I was not expecting to all of a sudden get hit by these thoughts and not be able to control them. So then right away, as soon as my mind started getting negative, more and more negative thoughts kept coming. I'm like, dude, I can't control. Like, I was like, literally, the negative thoughts that came to me is like, I'm never going to be what I want to be, because look, I've gotten this far,
and I'm still not where I want to be.
I'm still not able to control my thoughts just because one bad thought came into mind.
Yeah, because you're still not where you want to be.
But now look, dude, the past 2 weeks to 4 weeks, like, I've had amazing thoughts. I'm a completely different person than I was a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And then all of a sudden this one day almost threw me in my ass, and that was a tough day. That was a fucking test day, like you said, where I was like, I had to stop those negative thoughts. I mean, I tried all fucking day too. Like, it was rough. I just couldn't get it. But the point is, we still have this. Even though we're on this journey, we still have that. And so people need to realize, like, you are going to continually have those. They might become less and less and less, but they're going to hit you and they're going to hit you fucking hard.
That used to be every day.
Yeah. So... But
all day from wake to night, and I wouldn't even try to control them because I didn't think I had control.
And you didn't.
And now it's fucking once every fucking couple of weeks, and even that once every couple of weeks is fucking hard to deal with.
But the thing is like for me at least when it happened, I was just like, yo, I guess I can't control this, and it was just like it was such a weird feeling because I went right back to where I was like prior, I was like, holy shit, none of this. I didn't get any further at all. But then I was able to, like I said, talk to you guys, and I was able to go back. I had to literally stop everything, stop putting my focus on everything, business, whatever, and focus solely on me and be like, what did I do? What techniques did I do to come out of this before? What shit makes me happy? What shit changed my thoughts? And I literally had to go back to the fucking basics of where I started 4 months ago on this journey to figure out how to get myself out of that one day. And it fucking worked, dude. My next day, I was feeling fucking amazing. And then that next day, I'm like, dude, like, the shit, yeah, it's hard, but you got this, bro. And it was just more of like, it was a big win for me anyway, that led me to believe like, yeah, I'm going to battle this shit. I might have a bad day a week from now. I might have a fucking bad month a couple months from now. I might have a bad month 5 years from now, but like, no matter what, I know I got it. I just got to stay consistent. Like James said, I got to fucking believe in myself. Yeah, it continues to get easier, but there's always going to be something eventually. There's always going to be these little battles.
There has to be, or there wouldn't be a point of any of this.
Right. And it's like for me when I recently hit that wall, I was doing amazing. I was on top. I was doing everything I was supposed to be doing. And then I had some personal issues and some family issues and stuff like that, and like that, like the way I used to think about that stuff like came right back. Yeah. Like, and I realized that what I was going through was because I was forgetting everything I was learning and everything I was trying to do every day, and the way I was trying to like, rewire my brain and think positive. I was literally forgetting everything I learned, and my brain was just taking over. Like, you don't even know what's doing it. Like, it just happens, and then you realize, like, oh wait, what the fuck? Like,
because dude,
like that shit just happened. That shit is strong, bro. The pathways are strong.
They're deep,
and like then that's what it is. Like, I'll sit there and be like, man, there's something wrong. Like, I could literally feel that there's something wrong, and it's that I'm thinking negative. I'm not doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing, which is trying to be positive, talking good about myself, doing, focusing on the thing, on the business, on where I came from,
why am I doing
where
this?
I'm at now, the fact that I am doing great. I'm doing as good as I imagined I would be doing, and I'm going to be doing better, and I know where I was, and I'm grateful for where I came from and where I am now, and that if I can do that, then I can do this. But it's easy to forget that shit. Yeah, bro. It's easy to forget that shit. So but you have to be honest with yourself, but don't beat yourself up. Be true to yourself. Tell yourself when something's wrong. Admit it. Bite the problem in the ass and get back on the road and keep fucking driving in the right direction.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
It's fucking, I've been fucking battling fucking my financial fucking state for fucking like 3 years now. And I should be fucking the happiest I've ever fucking been because I finally won that fucking battle. I paid off all my fucking bills. It's a fucking done deal, and I don't like. It was crazy because like I was happy for what, like a day, 2 days.
You were definitely happy for 2 days,
and then fucking all of a sudden, I think I just started focusing on like all the wrong things, like how much more work I had to do now to get to where I wanted to go. So I'm like, all right, yes, everything's paid off, and now I can kind of be free, which I've been trying to be for so long. And instead of just being happy and focusing on the fact that like, holy shit, look what you just accomplished, you're fucking 25 years old, your house is paid off, all your vehicles are paid off, you have no fucking bills, and you're fucking young as hell, like people don't fucking have the luxuries that I have. Like, I'm such a fucking blessed spot, especially with the money that I make a year from my normal job now. Like, why am I fucking stressed out that I have so much to do to get all the things that I want? Or like, it's almost like I put too much pressure on myself that it causes me to fucking like think negatively, because I'm like, I should have been paid off 3 years ago, and I should have already had all the things that I see in my mind. And rather than just say, yo, you paid all off your shit, you're in a great spot right now, and in 5 years from now, what you see in your mind, you're gonna have all that as long as you stay consistent, you stay focused. But no, I'm like, dude, I should have all that already, and I'm fucking pressuring myself saying, you're a piece of shit, you didn't do it yet, what the fuck? And there's no reason for that.
Right, and that's what I mean when I tell everyone, don't kill yourself over that shit. Figure out the problem, address the problem, understand it, and move on.
Yeah.
And as easy as I just said that, it's going to be 10 times as hard to actually fucking do it.
Well, dude, just coming back to that, like, this is how our minds work. When we have these conversations, we get in these spots that Andy just said now, but, like, dude, look at it right now. If you didn't go through what you went through these past 3 years, you wouldn't be where you are right now. We wouldn't be sitting here together. Everything had a purpose in your life.
No, 100%.
Everything. If you didn't put yourself in that debt,
that's having faith.
Yeah, everything. If you didn't put yourself in that fucking debt, you wouldn't have cultivated what you've cultivated now to make you fucking be the savage you're going to be in 5 years.
Well, I needed to know what it felt like to not have money.
You needed to struggle,
to spend wrong, to do all that stuff, because that's just going to prepare me to have a lot of money in the business. Because if I didn't cultivate these money skills in the early ages that I did, I wouldn't be prepared to have money. Yeah. That's why you see people all the time, they come into money and they don't have any money skills like cultivated. They don't have any understanding of it. All that shit's gone. And then they had a ton of money. They could have done so much for it. They could have been set with life, and they pissed it away because they didn't have those habits. I'm not going to do that now because of the hardship I went through for money and the way I struggled for money, and now the value that I put on money. And I always thought, like, oh my God, when I'm a millionaire, $100, I'm going to wipe my ass with $100. I will never fucking wipe my ass with $100. Never in a fucking million years. I can't believe I ever fucking thought like that, because $100 is still a fucking $100 to me, even if I have $1 or if I have a fucking 10 million.
Yeah.
It's still a fucking $100. That's a lot of money. I will think like this for the rest of my life, because that's how you have to think to be able to have the proper thoughts to be able to be rich for a long time, to be able to be successful for a long time. It's the motherfuckers that think this shit is, and the ones that take this shit for granted that end up not having. Yeah. The ones who end up wiping their asses with $100 bills end up fucking losing it all.
Not having a $100 bill to even wipe their ass with.
Eventually, yeah. All of a sudden they have $100 bills to wipe their ass with, but fast forward 5 years, because they live like that, because those are their habits, because those are their viewpoints on money, 5 years from now they have fucking nothing. Yep. And they're like, holy fucking shit, I literally shit on $100 bills and threw them out 5 years ago. That's what got me here.
Yep.
And they don't realize
and
that. I will never do that.
That is literally a perfect example of what we're talking about, where you can let those negative thoughts come in, and then you got to sit there and pick the good out of it, dude. Like, yeah, bro, maybe you would have been, like, no, there's nothing. You would have never cultivated those skills.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
You know, you would have never cultivated the skills you have. It wouldn't be the same scenario. So you're in a great position now because you fucked up. So now you started thinking a negative thought, and you had to break it down. You had to stop those thoughts and be like, all right, what is the good that came from this? The good is that you're fucking a savage now, dude. You know how to use money. You're 25. Make a shit, I don't want to say shit ton of money, but you make fucking crazy good money especially for a 25-year-old. Yeah. And now you know how to fucking use that money like a goddamn adult, dude, like a goddamn fucking entrepreneur. Like, and dude,
some people don't learn these money habits until
way later. So, but that's
or they never do, and it's a constant circle of just fucking struggle, and that's where the thought process: money's evil, money sucks, money's blah 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 blah.
Money's not fucking evil.
Money is the best. One of the best fucking things in the world, because when you got money, you can help a lot of fucking people.
Exactly. I just read this recently. I just read this, and I want to leave I read actually like 100.
I had to help him.
He did actually not. But I want to leave everyone with this quote real quick that I found, and it's by the guy that wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad. and it says, rich is measured in dollars, wealth is measured in time. For example, most people think $1 million is rich, but if expenses are $100,000 a month, wealth is only 10 months long. How long can you survive without working is how wealthy you are.
Yeah.
Being wealthy is more important than being rich.
Yeah.
Now, with all that said, I don't mean be greedy with your money and save it all and be an asshole and treat everyone terrible so you can have a lot of money and survive by yourself forever. No.
Well, you can do that.
Well, I'm saying, I mean, if that's what you want to do, I guess you could be that person. But what I mean is you grow to create that wealth, to be able to grow to help other people create wealth, to be able to grow to help other people create wealth. That's my long-term goal.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, even in that quote, I understand where he's going with that quote, but to me, like, money has nothing to do with wealth. It does because it gives you the opportunities to make other people's lives better.
Said. He said money is not wealth.
He said that money is wealth, but it's not wealth if you burn through it in 10 months type thing. Like, wealth is only as long as you can make that money last. Is kind of what that quote was saying. But I'm saying wealth has to do with money and it has to do with the way you feel, dude. How many people could be millionaires and feel like shit?
He literally said money is not wealth. He said time is wealth.
Time is wealth.
So
he tied it together with how long you make your money last. Like, obviously, if you make $1 million a year, a lot of people look at that as in, wow, he's rich. But if his expenses are
$900,000 a fucking year.
No, he said if it was $100,000 a month, so that'd be $1.2 million. So he's saying that you burn through your million, which a lot of people see as rich, in 10 months. So you're already 200.
Exactly. You couldn't even live for a year.
Wealth is how you feel, dude. Wealth is like what makes you feel good, feeling good constantly, having good spiritual energy, whatever it may be, being in a good fucking state of mind. But you can either be broke and not be able to fucking wipe your ass and be good spiritual mind. That's not wealth. Or you could be rich and be an angry fuck and not happy at all and be miserable. That's not wealth either. Wealth is when you find that in between where you make enough money and you are still spiritually happy, where you still feel good 24/7. You make other people feel good with your energy. That's wealth to me. Like, I want to be in a state where I have enough money to help out my family, to help out my fucking circle, and also to help other people achieve their dreams. Whether that goes through finding someone that's super passionate about their fucking whatever they're passionate about and giving them the opportunity through money and through my knowledge and my connections to build their brand and build their life that they want to live. Like, that's my passion, is to have that money and then also to have that energy and that happiness to want to do that for people and want to spread these messages we are now to help other people, whether we're not one-on-one. I might not be one-on-one helping you, but our stories on this podcast could be helping people across the world we might never meet. That's wealth to me, is being able to spread this, to be able to get myself to a state where I'm happy and in love with myself enough to help other people and also have the wealth to help other people. So to me, it's a balance between the money you make and also your happiness as a person without the money. That's what I see as wealth.
Yeah, but no, he's talking about wealth more of like a long-term money thing.
That's what I mean. Is like he talked
wealth versus what people
exactly.
Think
he was still
is.
Correlating with money. That's why I said it. Like, I like the way he said that because I'm fucking.
Well,
I don't care.
Man.
Yeah, I don't care if you have $5 million.
Dude,
$5 million sounds like this motherfucker's rich, but if his expenses are way over $5 million, that motherfucker's not rich.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like, I understand what you're saying with that. I just wanted to reinstate it, saying like, to me, that's not what I see as money, because like if you're fucking angry and pissed all the time and you're a millionaire, even if you are covering all your bills and have a shit ton of extra pay laying around and you're still not happy, dude, you're not wealthy.
What I'm saying. You can figure that out on any level. It doesn't matter if you're fucking making $5 million or $20,000.
Yep.
If you're making $20,000, your expenses are $20,000. You're piss poor broke.
Yeah, exactly.
You're broke. You know, you have enough money to live your $20,000 lifestyle, but you are not wealthy because you're spending what you're making. Mm-hmm. So why do you think I sacrificed all that I did these past 3 years to pay off everything? Why do you think I stopped working on my cars? Why do you think I stopped putting money? Because I could have lived a life.
Dude, you did something really fucking hard. Like, it's not easy.
I could have lived a life, the rest of my life, with more than enough money and slowly been chipping away at the shit I wanted to, but I would never, in my mind, I was never going to be wealthy.
Yeah.
So now that I am financially free, I have nothing. All my money that comes in, other than just my basic taxes for the house and my insurance for the cars and phone bill and stuff like that obviously I'm going to have to pay, which is a small dollar. Now I'm going to consider myself wealthy, because once my bank account has a specific amount, it's very minimalistic for me to live. Yeah. Like I'm not spending $1,000 on a car.
You're literally
payment. I'm not spending $1,000 on a mortgage. That shit's paid. That shit's done. So now, in a sense, I feel like I'm on the verge of becoming wealthy for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking super excited for it. But at the same time, it's fucking stressing me out because I'm just focused on all the wrong things from it because I've never been here and I'm uncomfortable.
Yep. And even then, you still have to, you got to use your techniques that you learned, the methods you've learned through here, because you might be financially free now, but if you if
I go back
you
to
get
my
overexcited.
Ways,
if you're just like, oh, I'm fucking financially free, let me dump all this money. You'll go back to it. So now that's why it helps so much cultivating the skills you learn and realizing what will get you back to that spot you are at. So now you truly are financially free and you already know how to make the most out of it.
And I already fucking don't want to spend a fucking dollar because like now I've just cultivated the habits of fucking
money is like
stingy as fuck and thinking that like, no, I can't afford that because I don't want to.
But I already see it coming back, dude. You just got to find that happy medium. That's gonna be your new habit to build.
That's what I'm
finding
trying to
that
out.
fucking
That's
middle
why
ground
I'm so
where
fucking
you get
scared.
Yeah, but dude, you already, like you said, you got us two now, and you already know how to do it. You're just overthinking it on your self-term.
Now I'm fucking. It's time to do it. It's time to perform. Like it's
time to man up, dude. It's time to be like, yo.
I did all the practice. I learned all the things, and now it's fucking game time. So it's just it's high pressure situation.
But this is where you wanted to be 5 years ago, and now look, you're here, and look, you want more. That's exactly what we're talking about. But I think that's fucking perfect spot to end this.
Yeah, I mean that was a cool little talk.
Yeah.
Just something to bring us back. We had a lot of thoughts on the past weekends. We were gonna do something structured, but
but fuck that. That's not our way.
Yeah, we just honestly, it's just about fucking talking, letting it flow. Like we could bring you fucking structured information left and right, and we plan to as we continue to grow. I think for us, really, we want to cultivate these skills and actually put them to the test and get results before we start giving you super practical information that we know works. So right now, we'd rather just kind of talk about what we're doing and the habits we're trying to form and why we're trying to do it and how we're trying to do it to see if it serves you the way it serves us. Because sometimes we talk about shit that fucking is serving us in this situation but isn't going to serve us in the long term, and it evolves. So once we actually use it for our success, then we'll be able to put together
we'll be able to give you that story of the things we tried and shit like that. So and I think it has a lot to do with what we're passionate about right in this time. Like if we pick something out a week prior or 2 weeks prior, that might not be the topic that's really sitting on us heavy today. So when we do this kind of stuff, it really allows us to get into it almost like we're having a conversation without the mics. Like it's almost like a conversation between us, but we're able to record it so other people can listen in and see what our
and
thought process.
That's the whole point of this fucking podcast.
Exactly.
It's literally just to get you thinking in different ways that you never thought of so that it can benefit you in your life. Mm-hmm. That's really our whole end goal with all this. I honestly, I don't ever want to make money from this podcast. I don't ever want to run ads on this podcast.
It's fucking free, baby.
I'll fucking take that lead from Andy Frisella the way he does his shit because it's information. Like I just enjoy sharing information and getting it out there to benefit people's life. I don't need to get fucking paid for the information like every other fucking wannabe fucking entrepreneur on Instagram. That's what they want to do, let them do it. Yeah. It's bullshit. But that's that'll be the end of that. You know where to find us. It's all in the links. Andy Danchuk on Instagram. It's Andy on Instagram. The links will be in the bio for fucking oneoonebrand at gmail.com, the OneOOne brand Instagram, our YouTube, all that shit. Fucking, like you said, a lot of big news since we've been gone. We haven't seen you guys in a little while, but we're glad to bring you some more. We hope you guys continue on this journey with us. We hope you guys continue to find positive information out of this, and we hope you guys continue to cultivate new habits that make you better.
Yeah, you can hit me up at the_golden_boy_fry on Instagram, or if, of course, you know me personally, you can hit me up on the phone number. Okay.
And of course, you can hit me up at Jack Bleems on Instagram and Jack Bleems on YouTube. That was a fun one, guys. I enjoyed that very much.
That felt good.
Yeah. Catch you on the next one.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Peace
out.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions. They blocking your vision, but no, you can't listen. That shit is all fiction cause you hold the power as